a cousin of mine, now this would be Loraine Janowski. I had sent her much information about the information that I have. And she originally is from Kewanee, but she lives but married and moved out to California. And I sent her some information, and she said, my family is not interested. So, okay, it doesn't bother me any.
Okay.
Well, I guess I have to say I wasn't really interested until I started getting older. Because then, I realized what I missed.
You are the youngest in the family.
Yeah, I know.
Which makes a difference.
Scoot your chair over if you can.
Oh, sure. Sure, move over. Anything you want to do.
Yeah, we'll put the house back together for you later.
It doesn't bother me.
Okay, now, what were you going to show us?
I was going to show you
Are they both going?
your great-grandparents. This is your great-grandpa Janowski, and these are your great-grandpa Brzezinski. And
Okay, this is on Daddy's side.
this is all the Janowski side.
Okay.
Now you should be photographed. You should take video.
No, you can keep that. You can keep that one.
Okay.
But now who is this again? Here.
You know what I'm going to do
This
is
is
I'm going to
who?
scan this stuff in.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to give it back to you.
You can keep that. This is a piece that you can keep.
Okay, but then if I take this...
No, I have more of this.
Okay, well... Okay, but now, Brzezinski's and Janowski, that... Okay.
These are your grandparents. And the best
Okay,
picture
Jacob
I
and
have,
Julia.
and
Okay.
this
Right.
is the best picture that I have of your grandparents. This is, I got to turn around this way. This is Julia, and this is Jacob. These are my mother and father and her parents. But you can take this and you can take those two pictures and bring these out with their modern technology.
Oh, yeah.
And just have grandma and grandpa. This is Julia and this is Jacob.
Okay. This is Julia and this is Jacob.
The others you don't have to worry
Okay.
about it.
Okay, now they lived up in Kewanee.
Yes.
Okay, so this is up in Kewanee.
This is in Milwaukee, but they are from Kewanee.
Okay, see, and I remember meeting them once or twice. Oh,
This is the
That
best
was it.
picture that I have of them.
That's a great picture.
And this picture was taken on my parents' 25th wedding anniversary. And these other two people, they're on my mother's father and father and mother. Julie, and you see, you wouldn't be interested in my. And this is my
this is your
father.
mom's side?
Yeah, this is my mother's side, and this is my mother's side.
Okay.
And this is Tony and Cora. Those are my parents.
Oh, that's where I hear the name Cora.
Tony and Cora.
All right. Okay.
But see, that's the best picture. In Kewanee, the people that lived in Kewanee would probably have better pictures than I, because years ago nobody had cameras and things like that.
So, Jacob and Julia had all of these children?
Yep. Those are your uncles and aunts.
Yeah, and I didn't know any of these. Besides, Tony, I wasn't even sure. I mean,
No, you would not, because you were too young.
Who's
Yeah.
Harriet? That's not Harriet Justice.
Yes, Ione and Ruthie's mother.
Is Harriet.
They were sitting at our table.
yeah, I know Ione and Ruthie.
No, Harriet is
Right.
her mother, their mother.
Frank, I never heard of.
Frank has always been in Kewanee. You would not know because he passed away and tells you what you're
65. Wow. Anna, I never heard of.
Schultz's.
No.
Do you know George or Rick? Dick?
George Schultz.
Dick Schultz.
Okay, then I okay,
Dick.
then I remember
Dick
that.
would be. Well, I don't remember what he. I don't know how how old they would have been. Oh no, Grandma and Grandpa had 14 children.
Wow.
My sister, who passed away, had 13 children. Cora Sue was the oldest of 13 children. Corsu that was with me.
Look at
That's your niece.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
That's Tony is my father.
right. And Cora Sue,
Is my niece.
okay, her parents,
We're John and Mary Jane Resvedowski.
okay, and they were on the east side here.
Always on the east. Well, he's from the south side. He's around St. Cyril's and Methodius. I don't know if you know where that would have been on the south side. On 15th and Wind Lake and Cleveland or something.
Okay.
I am not too familiar because we've only known John, since after. But those are their children.
Yeah. Okay, but now what about John?
John is the oldest. That's Father
Oh,
Ludgers.
John. Okay.
That's
there-
Father
he's the
Ludgers.
oldest.
That was Ed.
Ah, okay.
Now, this is only an
All right.
introduction, kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But now,
This is only.
okay, who are these people again now?
Now this.
That would have been my grandmother,
This is your great.
great grandmother.
This is Julia's parents.
Okay. Okay.
See, that's why I wanted to introduce you to your grandparents
Yeah. Okay.
first. And this you can keep. This is from a picture. This is a copy of a picture from a book. So I'm giving you this and this and just a minute. See, I've got all this stuff. You don't have to. You don't. The only thing.
These are Julia's parents. This is Rick's great grandparents.
What am I looking for? Okay.
I can't believe the quality of these photographs. Like this is so good. You know?
Yeah.
All right,
It's
now-
amazing.
Photos will hold. Because they're so.
I'm going to get a scissor, and you can have one of those.
Oh, these are. This is the original.
Well, this is the original, but
This
see,
is the original.
This is the original.
That's
and
the
then
original.
Somebody copied it.
now I'm going to get you a scissor. You can cut that off.
Well, we can do it later.
We can do it later. Yeah,
Relax.
let's just keep going.
But I want the other one.
Yeah, I know. We can do it later.
There's the scissors right there. Isn't there
Where?
scissors? Underneath
These are not the
green thing.
bestest.
Oh, okay.
These are not the bestest. Oh, here they are. These are not. See, I want you to have that
Okay.
stuff too.
Okay. Alright. I'll cut them.
All right.
See, then that's again you can. Do you have a piece of paper or something too, or?
Okay, so then, did Brzezinski's and
This is Joseph and Julia.
Joseph and Julia, did Joseph come over from Poland then?
You're getting ahead of me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Let her talk.
Go ahead.
See, I want you to have a picture, and this is yours,
Mhm.
and this is yours,
Okay.
and there again, it says on here, Michalina and John Brzezinski. And this is the beginning of their family. Okay, that's yours also. This is the beginning of their family. And according to what I have been told, that this young girl here is Julia, which is your grandmother,
Okay.
at the age of about 5.
Okay.
Okay?
Folder. Okay.
So I don't know if you want to put something on a piece of paper or something other, just,
Okay.
Well, here.
I could write
no,
on the
I
back of it.
have paper.
No, you know what? I got it on video.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Okay. But see, I don't know what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is the beginning. And would you believe this picture is am I going, yeah, these are the Brzezinskis. Now this is the Janowskis. This is Grandpa.
Okay.
Where's that picture? That Grandpa, these are his parents.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So that is
That is
Jacob
Jacob
Janowski's-
A. Janowski. These are his parents.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And I went up to Kiwanee, and I've gone to Kiwanee many, many times, and I knew some family, friends, and things. And I was talking to this couple, and I went there again with whomever. And all of a sudden, Tony Sontusky says to me, his wife Alice said, "Loraine, am I glad you came?" And I said, "Why? What happened, Alice?" She says, "Tony has her husband had she says, I have a present for you." I says, "Oh, okay, fine, thank you." So he brought this picture of our great-grandparents. And this was taken on their 25th wedding anniversary.
Wow.
Okay.
But I don't remember what, oh, is there something on the bottom?
Here, I get mine.
Oh, I know, this is the thing about eyes.
Oh, it's their golden wedding.
Golden, okay, they're golden.
1833.
Marion, is that what it
No,
says?
her name is
Janowski?
Katarina.
Oh.
Catherine and Martin.
Oh, Martin Janowski then.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are
Oh.
his parents.
Grandma, okay. You can read
So
Okay.
she gave that to me, and I said, "Oh, you couldn't believe, you wouldn't be." That's why I have copies of that also.
it. Okay.
Okay, if it says born 1833, so golden anniversary is
50.
50,
20.
Silver is
25.
25.
So 50. That doesn't make sense.
Well, wait, maybe he was born in 1833. That's Martin. Martin must have been born in 1833.
Well, it says Mr. and Mrs. Jacob Janowski.
No, it's not. This is Martin. She crossed it off and said Martin.
Okay, Martin Janowski. West Kewanee, Wisconsin, born 1833.
He was born in
Neighbors,
1833.
Okay, but then if this would be 50, if he got married when he was 20,
There's a difference of age in there by about 15 years apiece. I'll show you something else. This is only preliminaries, kiddo. You know what, Rick, you have no idea how I feel about telling what I can, what I know to someone like you, because a lot of people are not interested.
oh, well, we're here.
I know it.
Now, is there over there? Is that a piece? Is that a copy? There you go.
Yes, this is a copy of it.
Oh, so can we have
You
one
can
of these?
you can keep a copy of that
You
one
know what's
also.
interesting is there's Janowsky.
That was the spelling was so you'll be surprised. I'll show you some articles. I have an uncle. We have an uncle Nick who spells his name or had spelled his name Janowsky. Because he married a Bohemian, and she wanted him to be Bohemian. And said, yes.
Okay, here.
Now that's yours.
All right.
Okay.
I should be writing on the back of
Here,
that.
this
Oh,
is
you
yours.
could
You
do
know?
it doesn't mean.
We'll write on the back of this.
Well,
Yeah,
just
on that.
transfer
I have
it.
a pen.
well, wait. I have some paper here somewhere.
That's all right, relax.
Here, I got
Get her
a pen
before we
though,
go.
here. Yeah. You know, I'll write on the back of some of these, if you don't mind, Rick, so even.
No, matter
I
of
think
fact,
that would
put,
be a good thing. Okay. And I want to write all that information.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
But his name is Martin, and her name is Catherine, or Katarina Catherine.
okay.
And his name is Martin. That's the beginning of this. What else
Okay, we're ready.
What else would you like to know? I'm going too fast for
No,
you
we're
guys?
good.
No.
Okay. All right, so he was born, Martin, born 1983.
Now, do you know who Jacob is?
Well, Jacob would have been the grandpa from Kewanee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
77.
parents of Jacob, this is parents of Jacob Janowski. Am I
That's
getting that
right.
Okay,
Mhm.
just need to know, make sure I had that right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how fun. This is better than I
Oh,
thought. Here.
okay, Jacob was born in Poland,
Oh.
1866.
Mm-hmm. They were all born in Poland. But see, doesn't it say Prussia on there?
So this is Jacob and Julia,
I'm
right?
sorry, I have to see.
This is Jacob and
Yeah,
Julia.
this is
Okay.
this
I
is
just
Jacob
wanna
and
put
Julia
the-
here.
Right, right. in
The
front.
others you
Yeah.
wouldn't have to know
Okay.
because
there's
those are
enough
my
people
on
to
my
know.
side.
Okay, yeah. All right. So
The only thing that, if you really wanted to know, is that was Tony and Cora. Those are my parents.
Okay. Jacob and Julia.
And the other ones you would know because those are my grandparents.
Hmm.
But that's the best one that I have had of Grandpa, of Jacob and Julia. That I have. Other people probably have more information on it.
Oh, so Lucy Guzzi was your
Sister.
dad's sister.
And
Okay.
before I go, what does it say over there? How many siblings did Jacob have?
It doesn't say that. It says 4 children preceded him in death. And
Okay.
surviving are the following sons and daughters. So,
Put your feet up.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
No, because there's
Oh, no, 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 I'm-
dampness on
Oh,
there.
I'm fine. I'm ready to take my sweater off. I'm fine.
Well, see, but I have a blowing heat.
Yeah, I'm good.
okay, so then when they talk about St. Hedwig's, there's a St. Hedwig's church up in Kewanee.
And there's
not just
also a
here.
Holy Rosary Church in Kewanee.
Okay, but see, when I heard St. Hedwig's all the time, I always thought of down here. Okay.
Your great grandparents, Brzezinski and Janowski, were, what is the word? Started. I didn't mean started. They were in a group of. There's a word. Founders.
The original founders.
They were the original founders of whole St. Hedwig's in Kewanee.
Ah. Huh.
Those plus others, you know,
Yeah.
but they were a part of it.
Okay.
Because now how they ever got to Kewanee, how did Grandma, Grandpa ever get to Kewanee, or great grandpa? I have no idea.
Mhm.
The only thing historians have told me, and I've spoken to, may he rest in peace. He says, like, when people came to this country, they would say, when they came to Milwaukee or they came to Chicago, let's go farther up north and things like that.
Right.
And they would probably settle, what do they call it?
Squatters. They settle on the land. and it
Yeah,
was
settle on
theirs.
the land, and then the land was theirs.
Right.
They'd have to take out the trees, and they'd have the, there's the word again.
Well,
I can't think of the word. Well, whatever
That's right.
it was. Well, anyway, that's the beginning of it. Okay. Now that's Jake. Those are your uncles and aunts right
Right.
there.
mhm.
All right. Now I hope I'm not pushing too far. Now here's another picture, and I don't have a duplicate of this one. This is, again, that's Martin when he's
Okay.
later on in life. And that's Grandma and Grandpa there. You can see them, you can picture them out.
Yeah, well, that would be Grandma over here. And I don't know who
Cuba.
Grandpa would be.
Some of these I don't know. And Cuba is here.
Cuba is who?
Jacob.
Oh,
See, See, they called him Kuba. His name was Jacob A. Janowski, and they would say Kuba, Kuba. Now this is Grandma, this is his father. These other people, I don't know. This is Aunt. See, I can't. This is
It's fine. That's
No, I mean, I have to do the same thing here. Okay, this is Aunt Harriet. At a very early age, it's Ione's mother. In fact, one of them is Ione and one is in Ruth. And this is Aunt Lou with Audrey.
Aunt Lou was up in Kiwani all the time.
All the time.
All right.
And Harriet was in, Ruth and Ione were born in Kiwani.
Okay.
And then they moved to Milwaukee. I don't remember what year.
so you should be maybe like snapping a photograph of that, Rick.
I don't have any more of those.
No,
used
but I
to-
mean he can just snap a photograph. You know what I mean?
See, most of those that I took to Walgreens and got these.
They're beautiful.
Okay, and
Can't
Harriet
believe this.
married
Joe Petrusky.
Petrusky. Okay.
I will tell you more information. I will show you more information. And what did I do with it? I had all this.
It's okay.
Now I have to get my glasses on. Now this is the Brzezinski clan.
Okay.
Now Brzezinski is Grandma Julia's brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Grandma Julie.
Grandma
Brothers
Julia,
and sisters.
our grandmother,
Okay.
these are her brothers and sisters.
Okay.
Okay.
So how many generations are we going? Third generation already. You can keep a copy of that?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, and the different spellings of the last name.
Yes?
Mhm.
Oh, you have no idea. That's page number 1, right? Do I have that page number
Yep.
1?
Yes. Now, okay, was Julia born here in the United States?
Yes, she was.
Okay. Was Jacob born in the United States?
No, he was born in
born-
Poland.
Oh, he was the one born in Poland. Okay,
Mhm.
fine. I just want to make sure.
I have
following all
another.
this.
Okay, now this is number 2. Now you're going to have to decipher. Now I can't read all of that stuff, but you tell me with the beginning of this.
Anton.
Anton Brzezinski.
Okay, you look at Anton Brzezinski there.
Mm-hmm.
Now these are Brzezinskis now.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Grandpa Kuba. I'm going to say Kuba. Our grandfather only had one sister.
Oh.
So he has no, I mean, what am I going to say? He has no siblings other than the one sister.
Okay, you're talking about
Jacob.
Jacob still? Okay.
Jacob had
Jacob.
only one sister. And I don't remember what her first name was. But see, Margaret and Louise would know that because they knew Lukey, and his name is Ratajczyk, and believe me, their spelling is so different. You would never get it. Okay, now you've got 2, right? Are you following me?
Yeah, no, I see how this is coming in.
Do you know,
Yeah.
is it come in now?
Mhm.
Okay, that's 2 you got.
See, they're going down now to Anton, Harriet, and then
Okay,
My
and
dad.
here's number 3.
that's where I start coming in.
Okay.
Okay, and these are the rest of the kids.
Okay.
Michael Janowski? Is there a different Michael? Or we
Yeah.
have a son, Michael. But that's not. It's not.
If it gets too,
Right,
I can't
yeah.
shut the heat up. I can turn the heat down. Okay, now was that 3, Rick?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, see,
3.
Robin instead.
See, I made these and I have to, you don't mind my, now is this 4?
That's 4.
Okay. Now, do you see the
following,
pattern of this?
Mm-hmm.
That's still 4. Now this should be 5.
Yes. Okay, these are all the children that of, including the Brzezinskis.
Those are all Brzezinskis.
Phil, Brzezinski.
That's the one that you've got over there.
Uh-huh.
And after you savor that and you don't understand it, you let me know. I'll tell you about it. Because it took me a little while to get on that too also. You have 5, right?
Correct.
Okay. Now here's 6. But remember, you're going through
This is-
some of the,
This is both the Brzezinskis and the Janowskis.
all that I'm giving you is Brzezinski's.
Well, the first part was Janowskis. Pages 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, but see,
Yeah.
those are the Janowskis that the siblings of the relation.
Jacob and
Yeah, those are my name is on there.
right. Yep. And then this is the other sheets are the Brzezinskis. This would be Julia's.
Julia's, yeah.
side.
Mm-hmm. So you've got that sheet of where how many brothers and sisters Julia's have. Okay, now this is 7. And that's the end of the story there.
All right.
But when you look at that, Rick, you find out, you get the pattern of because as I said, Grandpa only had one sister, and I don't know what her name is,
Okay.
except that it's a Rotaichuk. That is yours.
Okay. Now, Grandpa Jacob. How many brothers did he have?
Nothing.
Nothing. So just
No, he
one
had. There
sister.
are only 2 children in
Okay.
that family of he. Here, this one.
This one?
There's only 2.
Okay.
Jacob and this Mrs. Rotaichuk, and I can't remember what her name is.
Okay.
They only had 2 children.
Hmm.
But the Brzezinskis had,
Yeah, a lot of them.
yeah. Mm-hmm. They only had 2. And Grandpa came here when he was about 5 years old.
And
Cuba.
they must have had 6 on the Brzezinski side. 6 kids?
Brzezinskis? They had 11.
11?
Sure, you've got a copy of that.
Here. That.
No, it's right here.
Here.
Oh, yeah.
That.
No, 15.
Or 15, yeah.
15.
No, now this is, no, that other one. That other one.
This is the.
No, here, Brzezinski family.
Yeah,
They had
that's,
15 kids.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's all a part of it. And the reason why I have this is because there's a that would be my father, but your father's uncle's name is, I think Joseph Brzezinski. Is there a Joseph?
There's a Joe on here.
Yeah, okay. He compiled all of this stuff.
Ah, okay.
And I don't know what year it was. And the reason why I have it is because Anthea Janowski, through marriage, that would be Frank's wife, Anthea, who passed away at 100 and some years old. She was over 100 years of age.
She was. Oh.
And she gave that to me many, many years ago.
Okay. See, I never knew how many kids were in the family.
No.
I never
No, you
knew
wouldn't. No, you
how
would not.
it all was put together.
Because you're the youngest, you would not.
Yeah.
I am one of the oldest. I am the fifth oldest child on Tony and Cora's story. First came my brother George, then came Father Ludger, whose name was Paul Janowski, then came Loretta Schultz,
Okay, remember that.
and then came Leona Janowski, Father Ludger's sister, who passed away when she was about, I'm going to say 12, 13 years, I can't remember and then I come. So I'm the fifth oldest. I'm the oldest living today in the
Got it.
in the Jacob and Julia's
Line.
side.
Yeah.
And then came Ruthie, and then came my sister, Mary Jane, and then came, I don't know if it's George Schultz, and I own their weeks apart as far as age is concerned, but I don't know which one is older. Then came Margaret, and then they start going younger and younger, and there again, like I say, I didn't know you. I knew like Louise and Betty Ann. When I went to see Margaret, I didn't even recognize Barbara.
Okay.
I'd forgotten how she looked. Because it's been years since I've seen these people. See, Louise, I would remember because we lived on the east side here. So, anyway, that's it. No.
It's coming together. It's cloudy, but it's,
I know it.
because I heard these names, and then there was a long period of time that,
But
we didn't.
Rosemary should know some of this.
Okay, and we're going to be talking to her in the next month or two.
She should know some of it. She may not know all of it because of the fact that maybe your parents didn't go up to Kewanee as much as quote unquote I did. And my mother did, and my father did.
Now, you would go up to Kewanee with who? Who would drive up there?
My father.
Your dad? Okay.
I never drove.
Okay.
And then later on, we would go with my brother-in-law John went up to Kewanee many, many times because we would stay with Aunt Josie Okonski, and we'd spend week's vacation, or we'd go over to Grandma and Grandpa's house. They did not have an elaborate house, but we were always welcomed in their house.
Now, they had a farm at one time,
Yes.
right? Okay. And that's how he made his living?
They were all farmers, yes.
Farmers, okay. And then I thought, what did your dad do up there, and when did he move to Milwaukee?
My father married my mother in 1915. He came to Milwaukee because there wasn't a thing to do in Kewanee, other than farming, and I guess they wanted to, get away from that. Even your father or Uncle Ed, they came to Milwaukee.
Right. Now, did they come down one at a time, or like who was the first one down here?
I think Uncle John.
Uncle John. Now, was he in printing? Because I know his son Johnny was in printing.
Was in printing. I don't know what Uncle John really did. But see, the thing about it is, I'm going to go deviate from that. When they came to Milwaukee, remember some of those people that settled in Kewanee because they were probably not farmers. They came to Milwaukee to make a living. So they had relatives on the south side. And that's where they stayed. They had room and board, going way back when. And then I don't know how my father met my mother, because my mother is from this side of town. So either my mother knew somebody over there, or so You don't know. Just like you said, you don't know how your parents met.
Yeah.
All I can tell you is they lived on the east side.
Yeah.
Then my parents got married in 1915, and they lived in my grandparents' house or flats or whatever you want to call it on Pulaski Street.
It must have been your mom's
Yeah,
mother,
yeah,
father.
my mother's parents.
Okay.
So my father settled on the east side.
Okay. And then you said Uncle John lived up. You
On
said
Burleigh.
Burleigh. About what in Burleigh? Remember?
Yeah, his address was 913, but he didn't like the 13, so they changed it to 915 or something like that.
West Burleigh?
Burleigh, East Burleigh.
Burleigh. Okay.
I don't know if you would know well, no, you wouldn't know Schrampka's funeral home. No, well, they lived right across the street from them.
Okay. And then Harriet married
Joe Petruski.
Petruski. And
Yeah,
that,
but they were married in Kewanee.
okay, but then they moved on to the south side, didn't they? Because I
Well, see, there again, I'm not too familiar. They lived on Mitchell Street. And why they came to Kewanee, Milwaukee, that I don't know. You'd have to talk to Ione and Ruth.
okay. All right, maybe we will.
Well, just as a matter of, if you're
tying it
that
together.
much interested in. Then in 1920, between 20 and 21, my parents bought a flat and a storefront on Bourne Avenue. And they had flats, rentals.
Mhm.
And my parents operated a grocery store.
Oh, really?
Up until 19 approximately, and I'm just saying 26 or 27. Or 28.
Okay,
28.
so then they had the grocery store. Then where, Himchek.
Two
he
doors
was-
away from our
He was a butcher. I had remembered.
He had his butcher shop on Arlington Place.
Okay.
His
so
name
that
was
wasn't Walter,
Walter Yohimchik.
and he was married to
Jenny.
and Jenny. Yes.
Aunt Jenny. Okay, now Aunt Jenny would be your mother's, I think your mother's cousin, and I'm not sure. You'd have to ask Rosemary.
Yeah.
And they had two boys, Tony and Wally.
Wally. Correct.
I thought about him
Yes.
later. Wally passed away just not too many years ago.
Oh.
Now Tony was in the fire department,
Right.
and I think he was kind of a district chief or whatever you want to call it, or something like that.
Right. That I remember. And then they lived upstairs in this flat, and downstairs, they lived downstairs? Who lived upstairs from them? Right here on Warren Avenue.
If I can remember, did they have a Joe?
No, it was a lady who never was married.
That I don't know.
And I remember we would go over there and see her, and just a wonderful lady. Maybe it was just a friend.
That I don't know.
Okay, but she lived upstairs from Aunt Jenny.
Mm-hmm. See, that I don't know. I don't know that much. I mean, in that particular,
Yeah.
in the sense of.
Okay, but then after your dad sold the grocery store, what did he do?
He went to the farm for about 2 years.
Back up in Kewanee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then he did what?
Then he left and he came back and he worked for Phoenix Sash and Door, and he broke his leg, and then we were on quote unquote county relief for several years. Then he got a job as a bartender, and that's when he retired and died
Oh, really?
as a bartender.
Oh.
And then after that he was a guard at some, I don't remember what place it was on the south side, Maynard. No, not Maynard. Never mind, I don't get me.
Okay. And you don't know what Uncle John did for a living?
No, I really don't. Isn't that funny? I really don't know what he did.
Okay. See, and I was just thinking about this the other night, and I don't, as much as we knew Ed and Josephine, Uncle Ed and Josie, I don't know what he did for a living. I was going to say that I'm going to have to get with the girls and find out a little bit about that.
He worked. No, I'm trying to think of it. I really don't know. Give me some places on the south side. Rexnor? No, not that. I don't know. I don't really know.
Okay.
No.
Well, I'll ask
now
the
you
girls.
you'd have to.
Because I know that I was told my dad worked in the shipyards up in Kewanee. Joe.
Yeah.
Okay, and then he came down here and he worked at Harnish Faker.
That's the okay. Yeah.
He was a machinist there, and he
Mhm.
ran a drill press or a lathe or something. And that's all I know about what he did for a living.
But see, originally my father was a carpenter.
Oh, he was.
My father worked for Phoenix Sash and Door, which was called Phoenix Sash and Door, and they made storm windows and screens and that. He worked.
Okay.
My father, when he was a young man up in Kewanee, according to what he says, that the kids used to follow the threshers and things like that.
Mhm.
And one of the guys, he would tell me his name, I don't know his name. He found that my father was a pretty good pounder. So he taught my father how to pound, nails and start fixing things and like that.
Okay.
And that's how he got, and then when he came here to Milwaukee, he worked for Alice Chalmers.
Okay.
Oh, I have that.
So you'd have to ask other people what they did, because I can't remember. Another interesting fact is he died when he was 96 years old.
Well, that's good to know. Now, that was Martin.
That's Martin. He's our great grandfather.
Okay, but his son Jacob died at 77.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then your brothers and sisters are George, Raymond, Mary Jane, and James.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember any of them. Mary Jane, maybe.
Well, see, why would you know him?
I don't know.
No.
Are any of them still alive?
I'm the only one living.
You're the only one living.
Mary Jane just passed away in June.
Oh.
She was 87. Remember, we had 3 Jameses in the Janowski family. Father Rock was James Janowski. My brother was James Janowski. And we had a James Doe, Jimmy Joe, which was your brother.
Yeah.
And then Father James became Father Rock.
Oh.
Now I gotta look at this. I don't know.
Yeah, see, and the only ones that I remember were Marge and, Louise and Benny
Yeah,
Ann
because
and
you were
Barbara.
on that side
Over
of
there,
town.
Yeah.
And your father was my sister Mary Jane's godfather.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Now you have to, I've got to look at this stuff and
Now,
see.
Now, Cora Sue, who drives you around or brought you to the funeral? Okay.
She's my niece.
Okay, who are her parents?
John and Mary Jane Rozwadowski.
Oh, Mary Jane was your sister.
Mm-hmm.
She married the Rozwadowski.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, now here's where it says Catherine.
Yep.
Okay, can you read that?
Can't read the top part. Liber diffusion.
Well, no, but this is
No, I-
the birth, like the beginning. This is her birthday. That's Polish, and I do not speak Polish. But this is a copy of her in the St. Hedwig church. They have these books, and every church should have it. This is by law. This is like the records of in St. Hedwig Parish. This is Catherine's obit. No, is this Catherine? I have to. What number do I have there? I have something about number down here, and that's a continuation like this.
Yeah, number
you know what
4.
I mean? See,
Number 4.
Oh, okay.
but you've got some information about her last name or something like that.
Right.
Okay, and that would have been Jacob's sister, right? Oh, got it.
This is Catherine.
But then, is this her birth certificate?
No, her burial.
Oh, her burial. I was going to say, then why was she a Janowski? Okay.
No, a burial.
I got
this
it
is
now.
burial.
Yes,
I didn't say
okay.
burial.
All right.
Okay.
This is she.
Okay,
Okay.
and she died at 80 then.
Okay. Now remember
So this is probably her father is Joseph Janowska, was probably her father. And this looks like Helena M.
No, she's
Zeman
not.
was her
She's
mother.
not. No, she's not. No, this is just people.
No,
who died.
this is her burial in their church rectory in their church
She wouldn't have been a
rectory.
Janowska. She would have been.
She would have been that S something or other. SB S something or other.
Oh, this. Okay.
Kurskowski.
Something
No,
like that.
This is
And
SP, she said.
See, you've got to follow her line.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
You've got to follow her line. Okay.
I don't quite understand this one. I'll look at it when I'm done.
Now see, I have to
It's
stop.
going this way.
Okay, now this is. Something's got a 3 on there. A red 3. What is this number?
10.
10, okay. Now I'm supposed to have something for him. I'm supposed to have something for him,
Martin. Okay.
but I don't remember if I have it. I mean, oh, here's some more. I didn't take the right stuff off. Because it will show him, it would show you on him that he was 96 years of age.
Okay, so he was born in like 1820, 1827, somewhere around there.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
Oh.
But see, Catherine Janowski, that was
Yeah.
her married name.
Right.
And then you go beyond this, and then you say what what is, I see, I don't
I
know
got
how-
the red 3.
What her father and mother was. That's her mother's maiden
Yeah, this
name.
is her, these are her mother and father.
Yes, Martin Janowski and
And then her
And
husband was
Michelle.
Martin, yeah. These are her parents, and then she married a Martin Janowski.
And it goes like this.
yes.
That's
what I
how,
told you.
well, I didn't
Uh-huh.
know that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's what I was doing. But here's your red 3.
See, I did some, I was doing, because I
So
had.
you have the other side of this page then.
I should have it. Now, is there Martin on there?
That's who I think this would have been, because he died in 1930.
That's Martin, okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you should have that first page over there.
Let's see there again.
Let me see it once.
Is this the one right here?
Yeah.
And then it would show him that he was 96 years of age.
Yeah, it says 96.
Okay.
Because then that fits like that.
So I could live to 96, right?
You could.
Sure could.
Let's hope.
If I do, shoot me. And I don't have any more copies of those.
Can I copy all this stuff and I'll give it all back
You
to
can
you then?
you can copy anything that you
Okay.
want.
Yeah, because I'll copy it. I have a copy machine at home.
Good.
And then I'll give this all
Now
back
I
to
do
you.
not know where this one goes to. See, there's another sheet here.
Okay.
Well-
we'll figure it out.
This one she gave me. Oh, wait, this one? No, no, no.
We'll just keep it all together and then we'll copy it. And then
No,
we'll just
see,
give
the
it all
thing
back.
about it, I was trying to, that's why I put numbers on the side and things like that, because I thought that you'd find it, because when the person that copied it, did copy it irregularly, you know what I mean, in the sense of.
That goes to this. This is all. This is fine.
Yep,
Okay,
I want
right,
this.
that's your one. This goes together.
Just keep it all together.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it.
I thought I had an extra folder, but I don't know if I have. Rick.
Oh. Okay.
And I don't need that one.
Okay, so then getting back, figure this all out here. Okay, Uncle Frank then. Okay, he was the 5th child. Was he up in Kiwanee
Oh, it's
Okay.
like
all his life? Okay, and then there's Anna.
Schultz.
Oh, and she married George Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, and that's Loretta and George. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They lived, I know Loretta lived on the south side.
And George lived on around off of Mitchell's, let me see. Yeah, off of Mitchell on Wind Lake or something, going way back when. But then they moved on the south side over on South Fifth Place or something over off of. Now I never remember the name of the street that's where the airport is. Is it Howell or Howard?
Howell.
The east and west. Is that Howard?
The east and west street is, one is, College is on the south end of it, and on the north side it is,
But they lived on South Fifth Place.
Layton Avenue.
Where Tippecanoe Library is?
Yes. That's Howell Avenue.
Okay, that's where they lived on South Fifth.
Okay.
You're going to have an education, believe me you are. Now I'm just going through and seeing what else I can give you that you can make copies of. Because the thing about it with me is I have all, I enjoy it, believe me I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I get calls from my relatives. Oh, can you give me the name? And what are my parents? Can you go to great grandparents? So I have things here. Okay, now this is maybe not, this might be immaterial to you. But I thought it's interesting.
Okay, there's a burial permit for Martin. Okay,
That's a copy, remember?
yeah.
And Catherine.
And Catherine. And they spelled their name Janowsky.
Mhm.
Cause of death being senility.
That's great grandpa 96.
Yeah. And his wife, cause of death, chronic.
Well, here, no, chronic endocarditis. And this is senility and something.
Hey, at
myocarditis.
96, if I
Yeah.
live to 96. Okay, I thought that was.
Mhm.
I don't know how I obtained it. I must have gone someplace and they said, "Hey." Now, excuse my fingers, but that's the only way I can do things. Okay. Now this is only a part of it.
You're a wealth of knowledge.
Mhm.
Right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that is
Mrs.
Brzezinski.
John Brzezinski, so that would be
That's
Julia's
Julia's mother.
mom. Right.
Mm.
Okay. You got that connection now.
Mhm.
The only thing about that, Rick, is you have when you in reading this. No, it's all right. You can have that. In reading this, somewhere along the line, and I do not know how this happened, but there's a duplication
Oh,
in
Yeah,
in
just-
names. You know what I mean?
liaison.
And I think I wrote or somebody wrote something, Aunt Seal wrote something, there's something wrong there.
Hmm.
So you have your homework to do, kiddo.
Well, I don't know when I'll get it done.
But this
At
is,
least it's another piece of the puzzle, putting it together that,
to me, this is so interesting. I just love it. Okay? See, and now this is, and you have to find out, I can't see that backwards.
Oh, she was only 70. Well, she had 15 children.
well, this says it's from 1917, and Mr. and Mrs. John Brzezinski are celebrating their golden wedding.
John Brzezinski.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
Michalina and John.
Right.
The one that you've got the picture there. It's
Wait, John Brzezinski is. You have the picture now?
Jacob, Julia's
Julia's
mom and dad.
mom and dad.
Okay, so that's. No, this
No.
is Martin and Catherine.
No, that was,
Janowski. Oh, that is. Wait.
I don't have any
Okay,
picture.
wait.
That was that copy of a picture.
That was a copy.
Oh, wait, here,
yeah.
this one right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it right here.
Yeah. Okay. That's.
And when you read that, I'm going beyond it.
That's
When
okay.
you read that article about Mrs. John,
Mm-hmm.
you will find there's going to be a little discrepancy in there because she was born she was married in Milwaukee to John Brzezinski.
Okay.
And Julia was one of their first children, so Julia is our grandmother
Right.
who was born in Milwaukee on the south side.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh, it says that
Okay.
though.
Did you
It
see
says, but it says here, and she made her home in Milwaukee, where she was married on November 24th of the same year to John Brzezinski.
that? Mm-hmm.
And then it says they have the The children are Julia, Mrs. Jacob A. Janowski with a Y. With a Y, Rick. So are you spelling your name wrong?
Must
How do
be.
you spell yours with an I?
I spell it Janowski. But see, at that time, people didn't know. You know, they just went by, what am I going to say? Do you know, may I offer you some Sprite? That's the only thing that I have, kids.
Oh, no, I'll have some water after.
But read that very closely because there's duplication. That is a very interesting article. Now, I remember I got all of this from Ann Seal.
Okay, now we have to wait a minute here because I'm going to change the tape.
And you've got Jacob, I've got it. But I don't have anything about
Is this
Julia.
ours?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, this one.
You can put it in that folder that I gave him.
Oh, he I don't see a folder.
I got a black folder here.
Oh. All right. Well, we keep pulling things out. So.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go use your restroom while he's
Go right ahead. And the switch is on. Go to the stove to your left, and the switch is to the behind the door. I think I have it to the stove to your left. Well, put the light on.
She'll figure it out.
How many more hours do you have?
Oh, I think this one will give me another 3 hours, so you can keep
No, I'm
talking.
talking about you. See, nobody listens to me, Rick.
Oh, and I don't know why, Loraine. You're a wealth of
You
information.
better believe it, I am. And if I should die, there would be nobody else to tell you. Some of these things I don't know about the family. You know what I mean? In like, say, what Uncle Joe did or what Uncle Ed did or anything like that. And as far as the other, and if I say something, it might be incorrect. You know what I mean?
But something is better than nothing.
The thing about it,
there's-
you'd have to talk to Ione and Ruth more because I
Right.
do not that. I knew her mother was my father's sister, and that's it. But as far as any of the family, whatever they did, I do not know.
Yeah, see, and I've often wondered, well, I knew my dad was a machinist, and Joey, my brother, was a metal technician. He would test metals. And, you know, I wonder, well, how did I like to wind up working with my hands? You know, was there something down the road that people were involved with that, you know?
Well, you
So-
see, this is the thing. They say, how did I start working at the telephone company? Did you find everything fine? Would you like to know a very interesting little ditty? Ione and Rosemary and I went to Door County to golf one weekend in 1950. When were I'm saying 57. I knew nothing about golfing. Ione knew a little bit about golf. So did Rosemary, and I went up there my first time on a golf course. I think you dropped an article, man.
No, I left it there.
Oh, you did? Okay.
See this.
And I went there, and I had no golf clubs or anything, and Rosemary said, never mind. I'll get you some golf clubs. I'd never been, I was better on these par 3 holes. Yes, I was, but not on a full 9
Real golf course.
So Rosemary brought a set of golf clubs that I could use. And I said to her, oh, I said, that was nice. Who did you get these from? And she says, oh, those are old clubs. She says, it's my brother Joey's friend. It's his father's. Those are his father's clubs. And I says, oh, and who is your brother Joe's friend? She said, now I got to stop and think of, Jerry Domke.
Oh.
And I said, who did you see?
So that's Cora Domke, isn't it?
That was my uncle's clubs that I golfed with.
Jerry Domke was really related?
Jerry
Oh,
Domke
wow.
was a very good friend of your brother Joe. They went
Sure.
to Don Bosco.
Yeah.
So I'm golfing with my uncle's clubs.
Yeah. Yeah, Jerry lived on 43rd Street. Yeah. Wow.
Okay. So here I am golfing with my uncle's
Small
clubs,
world.
not knowing that Jerry and Joe are
Friend.
friends. So I'm golfing with my uncle's clubs, not knowing a thing about golf. That's funny.
Okay, let's go back to this list though. Now Lucy,
Okay. Goosey.
okay. It's Lucy Guzzi. She was up in
Always in Kiwani.
always Kiwani. Henry?
Henry died at a very early age. I think it's
Yeah,
got
28, so he must have been 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then Nick,
He died in about
33.
33, something like that.
those guys were always just up in Kiwani.
Always in Kiwani.
Okay. And then Mary.
Mary Goosey.
Okay, Mary Guzzi and Lucy Guzzi, they
Married
They-
brothers.
they married
Oh,
brothers.
Okay.
Okay. And they stayed up in
In
Kiwani.
Kiwani. Up until that Mary and Uncle Joe came to Milwaukee for some reason or other. I do not know. I can't remember why. But they lived on the northwest side.
Hmm.
But that there again, Ione might know that. I can't remember that.
Okay, and then Mike,
Mike died at about 14.
right? And Josephine,
Josephine just died in 2001 or
2001.
something like.
but she was married to
Okonski.
Josephine Okonski. Okay.
It's Aunt Josie.
No,
It's not Aunt Josie?
no. Aunt Josie was Uncle Ed's wife.
Yeah, we have
These
that. We have
are-
two Aunt Josies.
this
We had
would-
Uncle
this
Aunt
would-
Josie
Oh.
Okonski and Aunt Josie Janowski,
This would have been my father's sister.
sister.
Okay, so who's Aunt Josie? The one I knew.
Uncle Ed's wife.
Uncle Ed's wife.
Oh.
Yeah,
And Uncle Ed is here. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But see, if you follow through that pattern, you'll see this, along the way with all the children.
Yeah.
I thought that was done very well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Stella died at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay, so then what do you remember about the life on the east side here? I mean, you said your dad worked at A.O. Smith, and then he was in the carpentry. I remember my mother talking that they went to St. Hedwig's Church here. Is that where you guys belonged? All right.
Mm-hmm. We've always been, except when we were in Kiwani, we went to Holy Rosary Church in Kiwani.
Okay.
About the east side now, around here, I was. Well, I don't remember your mother as a young girl. Your mother would remember me because of the fact that I was I was born in 20. She was born. You said 1910.
10.
So I was 5, 6. She would remember me,
Mm-hmm.
but I would not remember her. I knew her then after she married Uncle Joe, and that was my Aunt Mary.
Yeah. See, and I remember her saying that she grew up with Aunt Pearl and Aunt Polly,
And Polly and Auntie Annie.
and Annie. Okay. And they lived just across on Warren.
Across the street from my parents' store.
Okay. Then your parents' store was on the west side of the street.
They lived
Okay.
across the street.
Because then I remember, hymn checks house. Where was your dad's store compared to Yohimchek's house?
Yohimchik's, her maiden name was Janowski. Janowski's, Kufels, and Janowski's. We were a house away from Janowski or Yohimchik's.
That's where your store was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, and when we would come on this side of town, I never remember my mother or dad, you know, saying, "Oh, there's Uncle Tony's store." Or that's
Because
where
it was gone. It was gone.
Gone, torn down, or
No,
sold, or-
they sold the store when they went up to Kiwani. They sold it.
And he worked at the farm up there then.
And he was young, but they sold the store. They sold the entire property.
Okay.
And then your father, after he married your mother, I do not know. Maybe Margaret or maybe Louise would know. But see, everybody is gone, Rick.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know. I don't know all the stories anymore.
Well, do you
No.
remember where my dad lived down here?
First of all, your father was married to a Bessie Homa, Homa.
Yes,
That's
on
the
that
first time I
sheet.
heard that name.
Oh, but it
Yeah.
is on that sheet. She's got it on the sheet.
It's
I
in
was
that
looking
on
for
that
the-
sheet.
Here,
Yeah.
I'll show you. Rick.
Okay.
And then he married Mary Shutt. Now, I do not remember, I was only, what, 5, 6, 7 years old. I don't remember all. It's just only by hearsay.
His first wife died, right?
Mhm.
Do you know how?
No,
No.
I do not know. She was, I don't know. See, everybody's gone that would have known her.
Yes, see, Bessie Homa.
Okay.
You knew he was married.
Yes, I
prior.
knew that.
Yeah, I thought.
knew that.
Rosemary had, no, Rosemary has a picture of your mother and father's.
Do you know how long they were married?
No, that I
No.
don't know.
Hmm.
That I don't know. Now see, when the heat comes up, this is that cycle that I have to go through.
Oh, now this is interesting. I thought my mother spelled her name Shutt, S-Z-O-T-T. and
I
here
do
it's
not see that,
S-C-H.
and Seal put that on there. I have no
Okay.
idea how to spell it.
Yeah.
Some of those
Okay.
those writings are
Sure.
and Seal's.
Okay.
I don't know how to spell. I didn't know how to spell Mary Shutt.
Okay. And then, do you know have any idea why some of them moved over to the south side of town? You know, like Uncle Ed and my dad.
You'd have to ask you'd have to ask
Southsiders.
You'd have to, because of the fact they all lived on. And Josie Janowski, her parents lived across this kitty corner from my. We all lived on this side of
Yeah.
town.
Okay.
Everybody knew everybody.
Hmm.
Why they moved on the south side, I have no idea. See, that you'd have to ask them.
So you can take them. I'm not sure which one you're looking
Okay. Well then,
at. I'm not, here, I'll give you, that's it. That's page 2. Yes.
okay, then your brother George, right?
Mm-hmm.
About when was he born?
1917.
Okay. And what did he do?
Well, of course, he graduated from high school. He went to, what did he do? He worked at he was a milkman, house to house milkman.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And then your brother Ray?
He was a twin. George and George,
Oh, really?
George and Raymond were twins. Raymond died at a year and 5 months.
Oh. Okay. And Mary Jane?
She was a housewife. She worked
Married.
during the war years and things like that.
She married?
John Rozwadowski from the south side.
Cora Sue. Okay. Did they have any other children?
They had 13 children.
Whoa. Okay. And then your brother, Jim?
Jim had 6 children.
6.
He married Betty. Her maiden name was Lyon.
And did all these guys live around here then? Or did they?
No, they moved in various. Mary Jane lived on the east side. He lives on Oakland Avenue.
Okay.
She lived on Oakland Avenue. They all lived upstairs. George and his wife Neil lived in the Mirror Cottage.
Right here? Okay. Because I remember that's what Himcheks had. They had a house
Always had a
behind
Mirror
there.
Cottage.
And Tony
That's-
and his wife had lived there for a long time.
And when your mother and father, I don't know if they were when they met, but I know Rosemary would tell you they lived in back of Chupa's house, and there was a cottage in the back there, a duplex in the back. That's where your parents lived. But how long they lived there, that I don't. You'd have to talk to Rosemary.
Yeah, see, all I know about Mom and Dad is that I was born in 1950, and that's when they bought their first house on Lapham Street. Prior to that, they lived on Beecher Street.
Vaguely, I remember that.
And I think that is where Joey was born. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. And then before that, I have no idea. I just assumed they lived on the east side here.
I don't know. I don't know when they moved on the south side. That I have no idea.
Yeah, and I don't even know what year they were married.
I'm taking a guess. Because of the fact that my parents were in Kewanee, and we lived in Kewanee, and your mother and father must have been married either in 29. When was Rosemary? When was Rosemary born? What year?
She would have been born in 29. No.
No, she would have been born in 30.
30.
Then they were
30.
married in 29.
29. Okay.
But see, I don't think we came to the wedding because we lived, and I think they got married in winter months. And I don't have, we know transportation and things like that, so we did not attend their wedding.
See, my mother never talked much about the young days.
Some people don't like to do that, and I think that's so important.
Yeah.
I wish now that I'm 89, or even when I was 50, when my grandparents were living, that I would ask them about, but see, they never talked about it. They never talked about things.
This is number 4. Here's the rest.
Yeah, we covered, a lot of the Janowskis. Do you remember where the farm was up in Kewanee?
Sure.
Any way you can describe where it was?
Sure. Sure. Anything you want to know, I can tell you. Here's a picture of the house. I think this is their house. See, I've got you're going to have to excuse me. I have to put the, oh no, you
I
got the
it over
light.
there.
Maybe I could use this because I can't see all the time. Eyesight's failing.
I'll move the light back.
No, that's all right. I've got to find out if this is the house. Or is it somebody else's house? No, I never. This doesn't look like their house.
All I remember is they had a driveway on the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably on the west side if I...
You probably are not familiar with Kewanee at all.
No,
Okay.
no. Like I said, I've probably up there twice in my life.
Well, the only thing that I can tell you was in the Birchwood subdivision, or whatever they called it years ago. Now there again too, you would have to, this is I don't think I have it. This is a plaque or a stone where the names of the original settlers that established St. Hedwig Church, okay?
Why don't you take a snapshot?
Oh, that's right.
But that's not very clear. Why, this has got to be the house, but I don't know what side of this was. This has got to be the house that was in Kewanee.
Oh, well, what I would remember is, I remember the front porch.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a side shot of the house.
That's the side shot of the house, yeah.
Can I see?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't see that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right.
No, I'm sorry. I should. I was reading this. Oh, okay.
Well, if you would go into the cemetery there, you'll find a lot of information. And that other picture, oh, you can't.
Yeah.
As I say, I hope I'm not saying anything wrong.
Well, I'm, just saying something is better than nothing because I'm learning, well, no, that's Uncle Ed. This is Uncle Ed.
And that's my father.
Oh, and that's Uncle Tony. See, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
What year did your dad die?
1967.
Okay,
See, that's my.
well, those are your mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
And,
And
your
that
dad
was
died
taken
last
on at Betty Janowski's wedding.
Hmm.
That's Cora
This
and
would-
Tony.
Cora and Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is Uncle Ed and Tony.
Mm-hmm. I have another classic. I don't remember where I have it. That's why I'm looking at these.
See, and then even at Marge's funeral, Father Rock said something about how Aunt Josie was praying that she would find a good man to marry. And
I thought that was cute. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Because then I went up to Father Rock later, and I says, I thought I remember Uncle Ed and my dad drinking Boilermakers, shots and beers. And he said, no, his father, Uncle Ed, never drank.
No, I didn't know
Never
that.
drank. So that was real interesting.
But see, you have to preface this with saying, everybody drank. You know what I mean? That was a part of life. This is Stella, the youngest of the family.
Oh, and she died.
Oh.
When she was about,
Three.
what did you say,
Aw.
5 or 3 or whatever it was.
See, I'm surprised they had pictures back then.
That, I mean,
Like
that.
this.
My father was a photographer. My father had one of these old fashioned box cameras. I wish I would have had it.
Mm.
Now somebody else, I don't know, that's the only picture, that my father took that picture. And I think I put on the back recently, because that's my handwriting. And notice the
Postcard.
addresses on there.
Postcard, yeah. Wow. Yeah, see, that's the problem, that if you don't pass this stuff on, then when you die,
we
people
never-
come
we
in the
ne- as
house
I
and
said,
they just
once-
clean it out and they go, who is this? Who's that? You know, I've often said that about all my junk.
I thought I had another picture, which is in, I can't remember where it is now. If I find it, I'll send you a picture of it. I have a picture of Uncle Ed, I would say Tony, Ed, and Joe. And to me, that's a classic. And I don't know where it is now.
Now see, when I was born, Joe was 55 years old. And I never knew anything about him, what his hobbies were, what he liked to do. I know they liked to play cards. But beyond that, I had no idea what their interests were.
You know who would know that is Rosemary.
I'm sure she would.
Because Rosemary was close to her father.
See now,
She was a daddy's girl.
this is the plaque that's at St. Hedwig Church.
Oh, okay,
See?
that's,
And this is
This
a
is the-
portion of
right.
that.
okay. And this is up in Kiwani.
But you'd have to go to see it to read it, because you know,
Right.
these do not,
Oh, yeah, I just
Yeah,
read
that's,
this one.
this is the full-size picture.
Oh, okay.
they have a regular plaque that they erected going way back when. Now that church is closed.
Oh, really?
I thought I had it in here, and don't ask me why. I can't find it.
Oh, that's all right.
No, I'm just saying that I can't find, I know I have it. I know, quote unquote, I know I had it.
It'll give you something to do.
You know, I think about it is I try to put things together and then I forget them.
Hey, I write
Oh.
myself notes and then I forget where the notes are.
You've done a fabulous job.
That's church.
Mm-hmm.
And the old church is in there.
Oh, there's that
this is where you have the pictures of Brzezinski's and that.
Mm-hmm. Here it is. I never knew
Maybe you
where
could
it
find it.
was. Now the families there, I do not know. I mean, I have no idea who they are because this is going beyond me. Because I've been in Milwaukee since 1930. But yeah, we used to visit, so these are not the family that I do not know. The only thing is I can tell you that at the beginning where these two people are sitting or three people are standing, these are the current families at the anniversary of their of the church.
Okay.
Now in here there's that's the old church. Now I know the person that has the original to this, and I've asked many times, and I've never gotten. That's why I have a copy of this.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Now, was
that's
that the Okonskis then? That
this is the Brzezinskis.
Brzezinskis.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Okonski.
Okay, now another thing just to note, Mihalina's maiden name, and I think it's going to be in one of those articles, and I'm not real sure. Her name was Okonski,
Oh,
maiden name,
okay,
and this is her brother.
okay. But did some of us marry into that family then?
Yes, and Josie Janowski married in Okonski.
Because you start to wonder where or how come,
Yep.
haven't I heard that name before?
And Alvin E. Okonski was a congressman from that area. for many, many years. And that would be related
Sure.
to Josie Okonski.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay. This is great.
So you see,
Uh-huh.
our grandmother's mother's name was Okonski.
Right.
Her mother's,
No, that's
this one. This one?
that one. Mm-hmm.
This is Julia.
Brzezinski.
Julia's mother, Brzezinski,
Uh-huh, okay.
was an Okonski.
Oh,
That's how it
oh,
comes
oh.
together.
Okay, so, but this is Janowski.
Yes.
Okay.
Martin.
Yeah, Martin. Okay, got it. So now if we had a picture of
See,
her,
I don't.
Julia's mother.
Right.
That's
I
okay.
don't have. See, there's again. We don't have any of that. The only one of Julia's grandmother is on that sheet.
Oh, that's,
This one.
okay, let me see. That's,
This
oh, that's
is
Julia's.
Julia's
We
mother.
have that.
Brzezinski.
You have
Yeah.
that one,
We have
yeah.
this.
Yep. That's
Okay,
Brzezinski.
so wait a minute, now let's write that interesting tidbit down.
Put it on the back of
Julia, yeah, I'm going to. You said
Julia's mother.
Michaelina is Julia's mother.
Mm-hmm.
Did I write that? I didn't write that down. This is John and
In that article, you'll see that too.
Oh, in here. Oh, okay, so it is.
Yeah.
Her parents are Mr. and Mrs. Michael Okonski.
Mhm,
Okay, it's there. All right. But you gotta, you're loading, I'm still an outsider. So I'm
You're doing
trying
good.
to- I'm trying to follow
You've
the
got a
players.
big puzzle, kiddos.
Yeah.
No, she does good at
This
it.
is, all right, so this is,
No, I can't. Isn't that terrible? I can't find the picture. That picture of them.
Of who?
The people that compiled this book. Oh, come on. As I said, names in here you're gonna, I am familiar, but I do not know them personally.
Oh, that's up at Kiwani.
This is all in Kiwani, yeah. See, this is the current church.
That's you said was Holy Rosary.
No, this is St. Hedwig.
Oh. Okay.
That's the current church. This is the old church.
Okay.
And that one is the closed now. Maybe I'll have that. Well, when you leave, I'll find it. Because the people that compiled this book oh, come on, dear Lord. St. Anthony, what are you trying to do to me? I knew I'd find it. Thank you, Anthony. Okay, these three people compiled this book.
Okay.
And the man over here is Bill Brzezinski, which would be on the Michelina side,
Right.
John and Michelina.
Right.
But this would be like your father's cousin.
Correct. Correct.
can I see that?
Just a minute, I'm going to make sure that, yeah, the guy with the shirt.
Yep.
That's Bill Brzezinski. That would be
Oh,
your
okay.
father's cousin
Cousin.
on the Michelina.
Right.
Mm.
Got it.
Got it, okay.
Hmm.
No, that's the St. Hedwig.
Oh, and that's Holy Rosary.
That's Holy Rosary. So you see, I'm a collector also.
Yeah, that's good.
If anybody has a book, I'll take it.
Mm.
Or I'll buy it.
Mhm.
Now that again is in the city of Kewanee. I did not know.
Okay, go back. You said you knew where the farm was. You remember the address there? Or
They didn't have any
they
addresses.
didn't have any.
No, they didn't have any addresses. Today they do, but it was just like a post office something. I mean, a box something.
Is the farmhouse still there?
Yep.
Can you describe how to get there?
Sure. I can give you a map.
Okay. That's fine.
I'll give you a map. Now this is the city of Kewanee. The story of Kewanee.
Yeah, that I'm not too interested.
No, I'm just saying. But you see what I do. I don't know anything about the city of Kewanee, but I read about it.
Okay. Well,
You know what I
that's good.
mean?
Well, Kewanee is probably, what, 2 hours from here?
About 2 hours. Yeah, good 2 hours.
I just
But
thought-
I'm a collector book. Ask me how many books I have in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ask me how many books I have of John Gerda. Do you know who John Gerda is?
No.
that name sounds familiar.
He's a historian. I still have an article to read on
Oh,
him.
he's the one that. Did you ever see this series?
I have
that was-
his book.
Yeah, but the series on video.
I have his book.
Okay, The Making of Milwaukee.
Yes.
Do you have the video on that though?
No, I don't have the video on it.
Do you have a video
No,
player?
I don't have it. Mm-mm.
Oh,
No,
I should
see,
get
now
you
this
that
is-
because
Every first Sunday of the month, he writes about John Gerda. Now this is about the Jewish people, and I've got to read this. This is about 2 Sundays ago. I haven't read it yet.
Oh, let me see this.
Oh, he is so.
he's
He
the
is-
guy that narrated that Making of Milwaukee.
Okay.
But this is about and there's Golda Meir.
Oh, okay.
And I still have to read it. See, the problem that I have is I can read just that long and then it's tired.
Okay. Did you ever find that picture of Ed, Tony, and Joe?
No, I didn't.
No?
I don't know where it is.
All right. Okay.
I know I had it. I don't know where it is.
That's okay.
No, but it's so funny because that's the picture that I wanted to show you.
We'll have to do it again.
No, wait, I have to get I'll have to give you a map of Kewanee.
Kewanee.
Hopefully I can find it real fast.
Well, that's all right. Well, that was quick.
Listen, I find these are all the. I have maps that I have had from the telephone company that we used to because I worked in the engineering department.
Oh, is that what you did?
And we used to